and welcome into the Fast Track Live. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the four things that no one tells you about that stops you from getting higher paying job offers. There are four things that no one's talking to you about that is stopping you from getting high paying job offers. If you have been challenged and struggling to get job interviews, if you have been struggling to get hiring managers to tell you yes and give you an offer, if you've been struggling with those things, then this Fast Track Live is going to be for you, because I'm going to talk to you about the four things. Like, there are four big mistakes you make in the interview process and the hire process that stop you from getting a hiring manager to say yes to you. And most of you are unaware of this. I talk to people every single day, literally every single day, who struggle with this. They don't have any idea about how to break through, how to get job interviews. Why is no one interviewing me? Why do I keep getting all of these rejection letters and no one wants to interview me? Why are people not responding to me when I apply to a job? Like, what's happening? Is there something wrong with me? Do I need to change my resume? What do I need to do? And then you go online and you look, and there's 100 people saying 100 different things. I had a conversation with a customer today, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. That illustrates this. And then, if you are fortunate enough to get an interview, you interview with a recruiter and they never move you forward to the hiring manager, or you interview with the hiring manager and they never make you an offer, and you don't know why. You know you can do the job. You know you have the skill, experience, education, and background. You know the job like the back of your hand, yet you still do not get a job offer, and you don't know why. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. And then you see pay ranges and you don't know how to get the maximum amount of pay for every job that you do. I'm going to talk to you about why that is such a struggle for everyone, and it shouldn't be a struggle at all. Like, finding a higher paying job, landing a high paying job is easy. High school students, college students, if they follow exactly what I'm telling them to do, they will land a job faster than most of you. You just don't know how to do it, and it's so easy. It is literally, and I'm not trying to minimize this. I'm just telling you, it's so simple. If you follow a simple process, you will get more job offers than you know what to do with. I have a client that said to me, it was yesterday. She said to me, I love the Fast Track program, but there's only one thing I would like for you to start including in what you're telling us. And I said, what is that? She said, you never told us how overwhelmed we would be with the number of people who want to interview us and the number of people who are responding to our resumes. You never told us that. I said, I did tell you that. I told you that on the welcome, and I told you that on your onboarding, your final onboarding. I said that you are going to get tons of people who are going to reach out to you and they're going to want to interview you. I said, the problem you have is you didn't believe me. And nobody believes me. You didn't believe me. So now you got all of these emails coming in. You have all of these people wanting to interview with you. And I told you that already. I told you exactly what was going to happen. You just don't believe it. That's all it is. You don't believe it. You did not believe it was going to happen. And 1 week into the program, right? A week and a half into the program, and you have all of these people saying, I want to interview with you, and you can't keep up with them. That's a good problem to have. But you're saying, please tell everybody how overwhelming it will be. Okay? So if you are not getting 2 to 3 interview calls for interviews every single day, people saying, hey, I saw your resume, I would love to interview you. Thank you for applying for this job. I would love to schedule you for an interview. If you're not getting 2 to 3 to 4 calls every day, you are not doing it right. It is so easy. Let me give you guys let me share something with you from a recruiter perspective. Now, if this is your first time watching me live, or you rewatching my video, let me share something with you that you don't know. And by the way, recruiters will not tell you this. Okay. So please listen. We don't have enough qualified candidates applying to our jobs. I'm going to say that again. We are desperate for more qualified candidates to apply to our job. We want every person possible to apply to our jobs. It makes our job easier. Okay. Now, I have been in talent acquisition and recruiting for 36 years, almost 4 decades. And I've seen every iteration of hiring, job boards, newspaper ads, you name it, social ad, I've seen it all. Okay. And I am actually the person who designs the entire hire process. I am the gatekeeper that says, yes, you can interview with the hiring manager, or no, you cannot. I know exactly why hiring managers tell you yes, they want to make you an offer, and I know why they come back and tell me, no, I'm not interested in that person. For 36 years, I have spent my life over the course of the past 36 years trying to dominate hiring manager decisions. Okay. And I used to have a list of every question they asked, every answer that was given, what they said yes to and what they said no to. And because I was trying to make sure people got hired, I started telling candidates what to expect, what to look for, what questions to ask, what all of that. I told them all of that. And I now have a 87.8% interview to hire ratio. That means 8 out of every 10 people that I submit to a hiring manager, they get an offer. So I'm going to tell you how to do that today. Most of you, there's 4 things you just have no idea about. I had a person call me today. John, go ahead and email me your resume, Daniel@dscds.com, Daniel@dscds.com. I had a client call me today and say, hey, I'm not getting any responses to my resume. And I said, okay, well, let's have a conversation. And I did. And after having a conversation with her, she said, you really do know what you're talking about. You are a real person. I said, ma'am, I come on live every day. What you mean I'm a real person? Yes, I'm a real person. Yes, I've been in talent acquisition for 36 years. I'm not giving you fake advice. I'm only giving you authentic, real life advice based on what I've learned in 36 years of recruiting. I'm the guy that designs the whole process. Okay. And so when I told her, no, you're telling me you're applying to enough jobs, but based on what you just told me you're doing, you're not. One of the big problems she had, and I'm going to tell you guys about this in just a second. When she goes to the job board, she types in her city where she wants the job to be. And her job can be anywhere in the country. I said, you have no idea. You are searching within the 50-mile radius, and you should be searching within all 50 states in the United States. What are you doing? That's why you don't think there's any jobs open. I come on live and I tell you guys this every day. I said, you've heard me say this over and over and over and over again. You're spending 20 minutes on one application. And I told you, don't do that. What are you doing? We don't care about you filling out a whole application. Why are you doing that? If it takes you more than 10 seconds to fill out an application, you're wasting your time. And most people, they don't get it. They don't understand it because they don't know, like real live recruiters who have experience like me. They don't come and tell you this truth. Okay. They don't tell you this. I've seen tens of thousands of you make so many mistakes. I'm tired of it. Okay. So listen to me. There's 4 things I'm going to tell you. Now, I want to share something with you that's happening this Sunday. Okay. This Sunday, I'm doing a Get More Job Offers Challenge. Okay. What is the Get More Job Offers Challenge? I'm going to walk you through every component of getting yourself ready to get 2 to 4 job offers in the next 30 days. Well, how am I going to do that? Number 1, I'm going to help you create your resume live. We're going to create a whole resume for you, the way that it's supposed to be created, that hiring managers want to see. I'm going to show you that. You're going to create one yourself. Okay. Live. Okay. Second, I always tell you, you should be applying to 100 jobs a day. I'm going to take you to LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com live. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to use your skill set. And I'm going to show you how you are supposed to be searching for jobs, filtering jobs, and you're going to see thousands of jobs come up. And I'm going to show you how you can apply to 100 jobs a day in 30 minutes or less every day. I'm going to show you that. I'm not just telling you, I'm going to show you. Okay. Then I'm going to walk you through the whole interview process. All 6 to 8 most common interview questions hiring managers ask. I don't want to just tell you the questions they're going to ask you. I'm going to tell you why they ask those specific questions. And I'm going to tell you how you should answer and why you should answer a specific way. Okay? Most of you, when you interview, you're 30 minutes away from a $150,000 a year job or $100,000 a year job or $80,000, but you blow it because you don't know anything about the interview process. I'm going to tell you about it. And then I'm going to show you how to never be lowballed again. I'm going to show you how you can send a 4-sentence email and a hiring manager will give you $10,000 or more than the written offer they gave you and possibly $10,000 more than you've ever made in your career. I'm going to show it to you, right? I'm live. Now, the Get More Job Offers Challenge, if you want to join, it's $27. If you send me an email and in the subject line type challenge, I'll send you a link to join. Here's the other cool thing. You can have your whole family around the dinner table and everybody can have their laptop out. And I will show everybody in your family the exact same thing at the same time. Daniel, do I have to do $27 for each family member? No, it's $27 a household. So if you sign up for the Get More Job Offers Challenge, and it's you and your wife, and both of you are looking to get $100,000 a year jobs, you just don't know how to get it, apply to it, you've been applying the job and nobody's been responding to you, I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to show you how to stop it. I'm going to show you how to get hiring managers to literally chase you down. Okay? I'm going to show you this. Now, if you wanted me to create your resume, just a regular resume, it's $78. If you wanted me to do an interview prep session with you, which is what I'm going to do, it's $160. If you wanted me to set up your LinkedIn profile, and I'm going to help you set up your LinkedIn profile on Sunday, it's $60. Okay? And I'm going to give you 4 of my top selling ebooks on your career. Number 1, I'm going to give you my top 50 interview questions and answer cheat sheet. So you will never ever not have an answer to a question or know a question that's going to be asked of you. Ever. Okay? Number 2, I'm going to give you my ebook on the 7 resume secrets hiring managers do not want you to know. Okay? And you'll see how your resume is created in line with that. And then I'm going to give you my book on Get More Job Offers, right? How to get more hiring managers to give you job offers fast. I'm going to show you how to get 2 to 4 job offers every 30 days, anytime you want for the rest of your life. Okay? And finally, I'm going to give you my 100 jobs a day blueprint. How to apply to 100 jobs a day in just 30 minutes a day. That is the secret to getting 2 to 4 calls for job interviews every single day. Most of you have no idea how to do it. And there's no one else on the planet who is showing you this stuff. I'm going to show it to you. It's $27. All you got to do is send me an email and in the subject line type challenge and I will send you a link. It's a Zoom call. So it's a live Zoom call. So the seating is very limited. Once the seatings have been sold out, you will have to wait until the next month to join the challenge. Okay? So if you want to join the challenge, send me an email. The investment is $27. That's it. You're going to get all of the ebooks, the resume, and your LinkedIn profile. All of that's going to be set up for you for $27. That's it. 27 bucks. That's it. Somebody asked me, Daniel, why is it $27? Because I only want to work with people who are serious. I thought about making it free, but I'm not. It's $27. I only want people on that Zoom call who are serious about making $10,000 more or more in their career in the next 30 days. Okay, so let's get going. I want to share this with you real quick. All right, 4 things that mistakes you make. Nobody tells you about this. That stops you from getting high-paying job offers from hiring managers. Okay, number 1. Your big issue, the way it works is hiring manager comes to me, says, Daniel, I need to hire somebody. I then say, okay, I'm going to create a job description. And then I say, I'm going to create the pay ranges. I then publish that in the applicant tracking system. I am the admin and the controller of the ATS. I then publish it on the job boards, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Indeed.com, and all the other job boards that we are connected to. You then see it. You then say, oh, this is interesting. Yes, I qualify for this job. You apply to it. Your resume comes to me first. And if it doesn't show me or the hiring manager what we want to see, I'm telling you right to your face, we throw your resume in the trash can. We delete it. We send you an email that says, no, thank you. You're not qualified. We decided to go with someone else and you never even had an interview. We trash your resume. Why? Not because you can't do the job. Not because you're not qualified. It's because your resume is not positioned in a way to show us that and we can't see it. And no one is going to read through your whole resume to figure out if you are the solution to their problem. No one is going to do that. So here's what we do. We delete it and we go to the next person. And we delete it and we go to the next person. And we delete it and we go to the next person. And that's what's happening to you. Why? It's not because you can't do the job. It's not because you're not qualified. It is because your resume does not show us the 4 things we want to see in the first 7 seconds. Every hiring manager wants to see these 4 things. And you have this summary, professional summary at the top of your resume, and you think we read it. We don't. You lead with your education, and you think we care about it. We don't. We don't care about that. That's not what we care about. See, your resume, most of you, your resume is written exactly like a job description. That's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you can do. Okay? Your resume looks identical to a job description. It is all duties and responsibilities. That is a horrible way to create a resume. You don't know this, but your resume is actually a marketing document designed to market you as the solution to the hiring manager's problem. It's a marketing document. I want you to think about the junk mail you get in your mailbox. When you pick that postcard up, it says 50% off. And that makes you want to look further. 50% off of what? 50% off of your oil change. Oh, I need an oil change. 50% off of my oil change. When do I have to do it by? 50% off your oil change in the next 30 days. And you go over there and you get that 50% off. And they then upsell you on other things. The purpose of that junk mail is to make you curious to call. And that's the purpose of your resume. It is designed to attract the attention, grab the attention of a hiring manager and make them say, I need to call this person. So if you are not getting calls, I can tell you your resume stinks. Somebody said, how about those that are unemployed? I don't understand what your question is. What about those that are unemployed? John said, I'd love to send you a resume for an evaluation. Email it to me, Daniel at dscds.com. I do resume reviews for free all day. Okay. So what are the 4 things hiring managers want to see? What you do, how long you've done it in years, how good you are at doing it. All of you are missing that. It's metrics. Revenue generated, cost savings, how much of this you did, how much of that you did. Most of you don't even have that on your resume. And then a high value statement that tells a hiring manager how you are going to directly help and impact their position if they hire you. Your resume is supposed to show how you are the solution to the hiring manager's problem. It's not supposed to show all of the duties and responsibilities you've done. That is a big mistake that you guys make. Now, what do I mean? Let's say you are a payroll manager. You can't just say, I'm a payroll manager who processes payroll. That's a duty and a responsibility. No, it needs to say, I'm a payroll manager who processes 20,000 direct deposits every 2 weeks, 40,000 a year. Okay. 480,000 direct deposits annually. That's what it's supposed to say. Because when the hiring manager is thinking about hiring you, they have that information in mind. They ask me as a recruiter. They ask my staff, how much of the thing have they done? So your resume is missing it. And when they don't see it right up front, they throw it away. Somebody says, what about a cover letter? Cover letters are good to have, but cover letters should never be submitted with the application. And your resume, it should be submitted and sent to the hiring manager prior to the hiring manager interview. It's a nice way to introduce you and the high impact and value you bring to the table. So your resume does not show your value. It just shows the duties and responsibilities. What is value? Value is defined as the benefit someone gets if they hire you. You don't communicate that. And that's the thing that hiring managers want to see. What am I going to get? And most of you fail to do that. Okay? If this information is helpful to you, tap the screen, like. We just want to spread the live throughout the platform. Just tap the screen. All you got to do is tap it 20 times. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you about in just a second, it's going to shock you. Okay? Keep tapping the screen. Thank you very much. On this Sunday, I'm going to be doing the Get More Job Offers Challenge. And if you want to join the challenge, you simply send me an email that says challenge. During the challenge, I'm going to fix your resume, fix your LinkedIn profile, show you how to find and apply to 100 jobs a day using LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com. And I'm going to show you how to get $10,000 or more from every job offer you get. And I'm going to give you 4 ebooks. Okay? Top 50 interview questions and answer cheat sheet, the 7 resume secrets hiring managers don't want you to know, the Get More Job Offers, how to get hiring managers to give you more job offers fast, the 100 jobs a day blueprint, how to apply to 100 jobs a day in just 30 minutes per day, getting you 2 to 4 calls for interviews every single day. It's going to overwhelm you. If you're not an organized person, it is going to overwhelm you, the number of people. But that's a good problem to have. It's $27 to join the challenge. That's it. $27. That's the whole amount. And you and your boyfriend, or you and your girlfriend, or your sister and your brother, your uncle, your cousin, all of y'all can sit around the computer on that live, that Zoom call, and watch me share this information with you. You will have a resume created live. We will set up your LinkedIn profile live. I will show you how to search for jobs and everything else on LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Indeed.com live. And I'll go through the interview prep live, tell you all 6 to 8 interview questions hiring managers will ask you and how you should answer them. And I'm going to share with you the 4-sentence questions you should send at the end of every single offer to get hiring managers to give you more money. To join it, all you have to do is type in challenge. Send me an email, type the word challenge. It's very limited seating. We only have a few spots left. So make sure you send me an email with the subject line challenge. Second thing, this is the second thing. Everybody, please listen to me. Most of you don't understand what the application or apply process is. You don't understand that, okay? See, you think that the job boards exist to help you. They don't. LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com do not exist to help you as a candidate. You have been fooled into thinking that the job boards exist for you. They don't. The job board exists to help the companies find you. So all of the tools in a job board is designed to help a company because they are the ones that pay for the accounts. Okay? So you have been fooled into thinking that if you put your resume on LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com, someone is going to find you. Newsflash, we ain't looking for you at all. Okay? So you have to understand how to use the apply process to your advantage. And no one tells you this. No one. The apply process and the job boards are a free advertising platform for you. You use the apply process to advertise yourself. And you need to be doing it to 100 jobs a day. You should be applying to 700 jobs a week. And I'm going to tell you why. That is the magic number. Because there are some things that you have no idea that's happening. The average person that I talk to will tell me they are applying to 5 to 30 jobs a week. And I say that is not even close to enough. People in my fast track program apply to 30 jobs in 10 minutes. You are never going to get hired. Now, let me explain to you what I mean. When you apply to 30 jobs, these are the things nobody tells you about. Half of the jobs that you just applied to, no one will ever call you because your resume is sitting at the bottom of the pile on that requisition in the applicant tracking system and no one ever saw it. Someone said, 700 jobs a week? Are you out of your mind, sir? No, I'm not. If you are not applying to 700 jobs a week, let me just use a different word. If you are not advertising yourself to 700 companies a week, you won't get a job fast. You will not. And the funny thing is, you don't know that the hire process recycles every 15 to 21 days. Yep. So 700, 100 per day. If you apply to 100 jobs every day, you would land a high-paying job in less than 3 weeks. You just don't know how to do it. See, most of you are thinking to yourself, how am I going to apply to 100 jobs per day? It takes me 30 minutes to fill out one application. I'm going to show you Sunday that's the wrong thing to do. You shouldn't go to the company's website and you shouldn't go off of the job board to fill out the company's information because the only thing we want is your resume anyway. And most of you don't know this. The average drop-off time from a person doing an application on a company's website is 12 minutes. We have so many incomplete applications in the applicant tracking system, it will make your head spin. So I always tell companies, stop it. Nobody's going to fill out your long application and spend 30 minutes of their time, and they don't know if anybody on our team is going to call them. So you should be doing it a very different way. I'm going to show you this on Sunday. 100 applications per day. 100 applications per day. You should be applying to 100 applications per day. 100. Okay? Justin said, I interviewed with the talent acquisition and hiring manager and haven't heard anything. Should I email them? Here's the normal process, Justin. If you haven't heard back from them in 3 business days, you send them an email on the 4th business day. If they don't respond, you call on the 5th business day. If they don't respond to that, on the 6th business day, you call and email and you say this. I just wanted to do one final follow-up to make sure you didn't go away from me before I decided to move on. Call me back by the end of the day today if I'm still a viable candidate. Thank you. Have a good day. That's what you should be doing. And you shouldn't care if they call you back. Why? Because you got 3 interviews tomorrow. See, that's the problem that most of you have. You are worried so much about this one job you interviewed for that if you don't get that job, you don't know what you're going to do. Well, people on my Fast Track program, they don't care because they got 4 interviews tomorrow. So you decide to be flaky. All right, great. I will be interviewing with somebody else tomorrow anyway. I had a client who had an offer. She wanted $92,000. They offered her $75,000. And she was like, how can I get them to 92? I did the offer prep with her and I said, wait a minute. They're wanting you to do a lot more than they're willing to pay you for. So go back to them and tell them you want 92, period. And I said to her, you're not going to get this job. They're going to rescind the offer. You know what she said to me? I don't care. I got 4 interviews tomorrow anyway. And guess what? One of those companies that she interviewed with that next day offered her a job for $95,000. Your problem is you don't have that issue. If this one job don't reach out to you, if they don't call you back, you worry. No, don't worry. You need to put yourself in a position to make them hunt you down. You either going to poop or get off the pot. That's what my mama would say. So this Sunday, I'm doing a Get More Job Offers Challenge, and I'm going to help you create a resume that gets the attention of hiring managers and recruiters. I am going to help you create and fix your LinkedIn profile. I am going to walk you through the interview questions that every hiring manager asks you in this Get More Job Offers Challenge. I'm going to show you how to find and apply to 100 jobs a day in your skill set using LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. The only investment that you have to make is $27 to join. You are also going to get $60 in ebooks that's included. It's free. The top 50 interview questions and answer cheat sheet, the 7 resume secrets hiring managers don't want you to know, the Get More Job Offers Challenge, how to get hiring managers to give you more job offers fast, and the 100 Jobs a Day Blueprint, how to apply to 100 jobs a day using the LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com. No one tells you these things. Sunday is the challenge. I do it once a month. Okay? So if you want to join, send me an email, daniel@dscds.com, and type challenge, and I'll send you the information. And you can join, and if your spouse or your partner or whoever wants to join as well, in other words, around that table, right? They can sit there, watch the same Zoom that you're watching, and both of you will be I'll create a resume for both of you, your LinkedIn profile for both of you, show both of you how to interview, show both of you how to get $10,000 more from every single offer you get for $27. Now, most of you won't do it. Here's why. Because you don't believe you deserve it. You do not believe you deserve $10,000 more. I had a person that I spoke to on my fast track program was being offered a job. A company was going to be paying them $150,000 a year, and she was nervous. I said, "Why are you nervous?" "I've never made $150,000 a year." I said, "You're not nervous because you haven't made $150,000 a year. You're nervous because you don't think you deserve it, and you don't think you're going to be able to live up to that salary." But I said, "Why do you think they offer you that money?" "Because they think you're worth it. You are killing yourself." And I said, if this company offers you $150,000, other companies feel the exact same way. The person you look at in the mirror every morning is destroying you and your career. Yes. It's destroying you. So it's $27 to join the challenge. It's only limited seating, very limited seating. It's a Zoom training. It's 2 hours. And then at the end, I'm going to allow you guys to ask me any question you want live, and I will answer those questions for you live. So it usually goes about 2.5 hours. If you cannot invest 2.5 hours and $27 in you and yourself, you need to keep it moving. Yeah, I do not want anyone on the Zoom call who is not serious about going to the next level in their career in the next 30 days. I don't. Stay where you are. Don't come to this training. Okay? Amazing Stay says, confidence is an issue. Confidence is a separate issue. Yeah, a person had to believe in himself. But here's the thing. Most of us lack a belief in ourselves. Usually it started when we were young, but a belief in yourself comes from what you know God says about you. That's the problem that most of people have. You don't know what God says about you, so you are listening to what everyone else says about you and what you say about yourself. The reason why I am confident, supremely confident, and do not care what another person says about me is because I know what God says about me. I don't care what you say about me. It doesn't matter to me at all. I don't care what anybody says. I know what God says I am. And so I rely on that. I don't even rely on my own thought about me. I know what the Lord says about me. And that is what I default to. And that's what most of you are missing. And so people lack confidence because they don't know what God thinks about them. I try to instill this in my daughter every day. I say the word of God says that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what the word of God says. It didn't say you're not smart. It didn't say you can't be an amazing gymnast. It didn't say you can't get a D1 scholarship even though you're 12 years old. It didn't say that. It says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what it says. So it doesn't matter if your friends don't believe in you. It doesn't matter if your coaches don't believe in you or your teachers don't believe in you. Their belief in you does not supersede God's word about you. Don't get me to start preaching up in here today. Do you understand me? I live with that every day. I know what God says about me. So I try to instill that in my clients. When you go to an interview, man, we could care less what a hiring manager. Yes, no, maybe so. Nobody cares because guess what? I got more interviews tomorrow. And if they say no, I have more interviews on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm doing the Get More Job Offers challenge on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to join and you want to take your career to the next level, $27 is the investment. You're going to be getting $500 in stuff and training. The value you are going to get is you're going to get the ability to land a job paying you $10,000 or more than what you're making right now. $27. And the sad part is most people will not do it. And it ain't because you can't afford it. Because you just don't believe you deserve it. $27. Change your life. Okay? All right, let's go to number 3. All right. Number 3 is most of you fail in your interviews because you don't actually know what the job interview is actually about. Interviewing is an evaluation. Okay? It is a in-person, face-to-face, or video evaluation. An evaluation of what? When a recruiter pre-screens you or someone from HR screens you, they are evaluating your skill, experience, education, and background against the job description and what the hiring manager wants. That's the first level of the evaluation. When you get to the hiring manager, there is another evaluation that no one tells you about. And that is the evaluation of your character. The hiring manager is trying to figure out one thing, and it has nothing to do with your skill, nothing to do with your ability to do the job, nothing to do with your work history, gaps in employment, age, gender, height, color shoes you have on. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It has to do with one thing. In fact, you could be the most qualified person and not get a job offer. And you can be the least qualified person and get the max job offer. What do hiring managers want to know? Can I trust you? That's the only thing they're interviewing you for. They're asking you interview questions to see, can I trust you? So they'll say, why are you looking to leave your current job? I'm asking you this question because I want to see if you lack loyalty and if I can trust you. Tell me about yourself. I'm asking you this question because I'm trying to get insight into the characteristics that make you who you are. What do you know about us? I'm trying to ask you this question to see if you're interested enough and diligent enough to research us to show me that you are somebody that I can trust. Talk to me about a time you had a difficult situation with your manager. What was the situation and how did you respond? I'm asking you this because I'm trying to see if I can trust you in the relationships, the dynamics on the team. Trust is the only thing a hiring manager cares about when they interview you. The only thing. But you blow it. Because all you do is talk about duties and responsibilities and what you did in your last job. So no one tells you that. I have very qualified candidates come to me all the time and say, man, I had an interview, but I didn't get hired. I had an interview. I've had 10 interviews, but I didn't get hired. And they still don't know what the issue is. It's because what is coming out of your mouth is showing a hiring manager they can't trust you. Several weeks ago, I had a client who graduated from my Fast Track program, but I was trying to explain this to him. And I said, James, I'm going to give you my wallet. I said, I'm going to give you an example of what trust looks like. I'm going to give you my wallet. And in my wallet, I have 8 credit cards and 4 debit cards. I'm going to go away for 4 weeks. What are you going to do with my wallet? That's what I asked him. Now, most of you know the right answer, but he said, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and see look at what the contents of your wallet are. And I said, James, you just proved to me I can't trust you. He said, what do you mean? I said, James, I gave you my wallet so that you can protect what is valuable to me. And the very thing I was wanting you to do, protect it from people going through it, You did that very thing. Say, James, you can't answer interview questions like that. And a light bulb went off. Oh, we prove that we can be trusted by what we do or what we say we will do. So interview questions are designed to hear you say what you will do, which help us to determine what you will actually do, which help us to determine whether or not we can trust you. If you're not getting job offers, hiring managers don't trust you. Sorry, they don't trust you. I'm not saying you're not trustworthy. I know you are. They don't trust you. Okay, I'm going to show you how to eliminate that this Sunday in my Get More Job Offers Challenge. It's $27 to join. All you have to do is send me an email and in the subject line type challenge. I'm going to fix your resume, fix your LinkedIn profile, show you how to find and apply to 100 jobs every day in just 30 minutes of your time using LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com. And I'm going to walk you through every job interview question that every hiring manager will ask you, how to answer them. And I'm going to tell you why they ask those questions. And then I'm going to tell you how you can send a 4-sentence email to get $10,000 more from every single offer you get. And I'm going to give you 4 free ebooks included. Top 50 interview questions and answer cheat sheet, 7 resume secrets hiring managers don't want you to know, Get More Job Offers, how to get hiring managers to give you more job offers fast, and my 100 jobs a day blueprint, how to apply to 100 jobs a day in just 30 minutes a day. That is the key to getting 2 to 3 phone calls every day for job interviews. What do you say in interviews with like no experience? For example, ophthalmic technician position, but had few clinical rotations and mostly observed, but practical a tiny bit. Okay. So this is a very good question. Let me tell you what I tell college graduates who have 0 experience. Okay. Everybody, please listen to me. I help college graduates, high school graduates get high paying salary jobs. And I'm going to tell you how I do it. I'll give you the formula real quick. It's simple. It's easy. Okay. So it's Tara. You are focusing on what you can't do, what you are not experienced at, what you have limited experience at. That's what you're focusing on. So your mind is, well, are they going to hire me? I don't have all of the experience. College grads, right? Are they going to hire me? I don't have the real world experience. Nobody cares about whether you have the real world experience or not. We don't care. Okay. What we care about is, can you articulate how you can solve the problem I need solved? Are you able to articulate how you're going to help me solve the problem? Company I worked for had 4,000 employees. When I started the job, they had a payroll manager doing payroll. Every 2 weeks, she had to process direct deposit for 4,000 full-timers and part-timers. Okay. This payroll manager did not get along with the CFO. It was like oil and water. So this payroll manager quit. We hired her replacement. Her replacement was the sister of the executive assistants. I mean, the sister who was the executive assistant of the CFO. And she had a degree in fashion, merchandising, and design. And she worked at Nordstrom's. She was trained to do the job. And after 4 weeks of being in the job, 2 payroll cycles, she took over. And for the entire time I was there, not one direct deposit was ever late or a mistake was made. She had 0 years experience doing payroll, 0 years experience in HR, 0 experience in accounting. Why did she get the job? Well, because she was this CFO's executive assistant sister. But beyond that, she had the ability to do the function of the work if trained. See, when you graduate from college, you have gained knowledge and experience in the classroom that has afforded you the ability to solve a problem that a hiring manager can't solve for themselves. So if you are, in medicine, or you're a CNA, or you're RN, or whatever, and you're just school trained, you have a technical expertise to solve a problem. So experience is not that important. Hiring managers want to know if you can articulate your understanding of the problem and you can articulate your ability to solve the problem. That's how I train college students and high school grads to talk. Stop talking about, I don't have experience, and talk about, I am the solution to your problem. I can help you by doing this. That's all hiring managers care about. That's it. They don't care about it. The plumber who comes to your door to fix the leaky sink that's pouring all over your floor, you don't ask them how much experience. The AC guy who came and fixed my AC was like 18 years old. Okay? So you guys are looking at it from the wrong way. You're focusing on what you don't have instead of focusing on what you do have, which is what the hiring managers focus on. All right, I'm going to show you how to do that on Sunday in the Get More Job Offers Challenge. So make sure you join the challenge. It's just $27 to join. If you want to join, send me an email and in the subject line type challenge, and I'll be more than happy to send you the information to join. Hold on. Wait, let me get my bell here. Hang on. So Ram says, your suggestions help me get a job. Let's go. Let's go. Anytime somebody gets a job, we like to ring the bell around here. Ram says, your suggestions help me get a job. Thank you for your continuous effort. I'm following your YouTube channel. I've been following your YouTube channel for the past 10 plus years. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Got a job. Yes, sir. I love it. Brandy says, I finally have 4 interviews. I'm excited. Brandy, let's go. Brandy, come on now. Let's go, Brandy. 4 interviews. That's when you're like, I don't care if you hire me, baby. I got more interviews than I know what to do with. This is what it's all about. Okay, it's about getting results. I love it when people come on here. Do you recommend an objective or a summary on the resume? You do not put an objective. Do not put an objective. We don't read it. Do not put a summary on there. We don't read that. Don't put that on your resume. Your resume is a marketing document. You have to learn how to craft a resume so that it grabs the attention of hiring managers and recruiters, like 50% off or something like that, right? You got to understand how to do that. We are looking for certain things when we look at a resume. Don't put a summary. Don't put an objective. Get rid of that stuff. Nobody reads it. Okay? And here's the final thing. The 4th thing that caused you to not get high-paying job offers. All of you do this. You got to stop it. All of you do this. You start off your job search and you're interviewing with the hiring manager, talking about what you want to make. Stop it. That's the wrong thing to do. You can't start off with, I will interview for this job if you are going to pay me XYZ. And they ask you, what kind of money are you looking for? And I always say you're open. I'm going to tell you why you should say you're open in just a second. But you'll say, well, I'm looking to make $150,000 or whatever. You don't even know what they want you to do. $150,000, you have no idea what they want you to do. You never start off a job interview ever talking about what you want to make. Wait until they make you an offer. That's when you start talking about money. Okay? I had a company come to me. He was a former manager of mine. This is a true story. This happened in February of this year. Daniel, I need your help. I know you could do it. I got a job I want to talk to you about. But before I talk to you about the job, I need to know, what is it going to take to get you? And I said, Terry, I don't know what it's going to take to get me, because I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not giving you a number. Tell me what you want me to do first. So he told me, I work for this national roofing repair company. We're growing fast. We want to hire 400 outside sales reps. We want them to generate, he said, we want them to generate about $3.5 million each, high end, low end. I said, great. Do you believe I can help you do that? He said, man, I sat across the hall from you. I listened to you in your office, watch you manage your team. I know you can do this with your eyes closed. I said, great. So let me tell you what I heard you say you want me to do. You want me to hire 400 sales reps, generating $3.5 million, which is $420 million that I will be helping the company to make, right? He said, yeah. What is it going to take to get you? I know what you were making at this other job, and I think we can do a little more than that. I said to him, sir, you're going to have to do a whole lot better than that. They were trying to offer me $150,000. I said, you are out of your ever-loving mind. No, 150? No. You're telling me you want me to generate $420,000 for you, and all you're going to give me is 150? You're going to give me all of the stress needed to hire those people, and you want me to give you 150? You want me to train the organization on how to interview, and all you want to give me is 150? This is what I told him. No, sir. $500,000 is what it's going to take. And I'm not coming to anybody's office. And I'm not getting on anybody's payroll. I'm going to invoice you every month. So I'm going to perform using your tools, and I'm going to send you an invoice, and you're going to pay it. And then I want to talk about incentives on if I meet the hiring number. And he said, Daniel, I don't know if I could sell that to ownership. And I said, well, go back to ownership and tell them I'm not interested. And that's what most of you do. Most of you right now, you are underpaid by 10 to 20% because you accepted a job without fully knowing the outcome. The outcome you're getting right now, the production you're giving to a company right now, you are not even being paid close to what you should be making because you started the negotiation wrong. Now, how do I know that? I am the one that puts the pay ranges together. And I know why we choose the pay ranges that we choose. You don't. I'm learning medical billing and coding, and my training will end in December. I will become certified after this training. Should I join this challenge now or wait till then? I think you should join it now. In fact, you could start a job with medical billing and coding while you were in training. You don't have to be certified to do medical billing and coding. I built some of the biggest hospitals in the country and some of the biggest clinics in the country. You don't have to be. It's good to have the certification. It's good. But you don't have to have the certification to get started. If you can just tell the hiring manager, you could show the hiring manager that you're in school to get the certification. You could be doing it on the job and getting the training and certification all at the same time. Nobody tells you that. Okay? It's not $27 a month. It's $27 one time to join the challenge if that's what you're asking. Okay, I got to get ready for another meeting. I think I'm going to do another live at about 7 o'clock. We'll see. So, last call. I'm doing the Get More Job Offers Challenge on Sunday. I'm going to show you how to get 2 to 4 job offers in the next 30 days, paying about $10,000 more than you're making right now, doing the job you're doing right now. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. I'm going to help you fix your resume, your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to show you live how to find jobs on LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Indeed.com and apply to 100 jobs per day in just 30 minutes per day. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to walk you through the interview process and tell you every question that will be asked and why they asked the questions and how you should answer those questions. I'm going to do that Sunday at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's a 2-hour Zoom training. The investment is $27. That's it. You can be there, and your spouse or your cousin, you can both be on that one laptop, and I'll help both of you create a resume at the same time. It's $27. That's all it is. This is a very limited time, and I only have very limited seating. It's a Zoom training on Sunday. If you wanted me to do your resume, that's $78. I'm going to give you 4 ebooks. That's $60. If you wanted me to set up your LinkedIn profile, that's another $60. If you wanted me to do interview prep with you, that's $160. It's a $600 value, and it's $27 to join. Daniel, why $27? Because I want people to be serious. I want a person, if they are serious, invest $27 in the future of your career. Well, what would you be getting out? If you follow everything that I say on Sunday, you will have a job making $10,000 more. So that's the trade-off, $27 for $10,000 return. But most of you won't do it because you lack faith in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. So if you're interested, you want to get the information and you want to join, send me an email and in the subject line type challenge. 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 And if you want me to send your resume to me for a free review, I'll review your resume. Daniel@dscds.com, Daniel@dscds.com, or CoachDanielSmiley@gmail. This is the last call. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Take care.